I like just having that not knowing.
Was it blood and urine or just urine or?
It's just urine, but blood is a little trickier, like close to the fight, because you're losing blood. I think farther out from the fight. I think giving blood would be cool, and I think the night of the fight, I'm totally down for giving blood the night of the fight. I think that'd be great. So, but yeah, the more the better. I wish there was more, but we're making a lot of progress still.
Has your opinion changed of Anderson Silva? You seem like a different person now.
Yeah, I'm a little heartbroken about it. You know, it's such an issue that I've had such a strong stance on for as long as I can remember. You know, growing up, I would hear my mother telling me about having honor and never doubting yourself or cheating yourself or doing anything like that. And it is so ingrained in my psyche, you know. No, I don't think I could ever look at anyone the same ever again after they do that. It's a shame.
Did you ever doubt that this fight would actually come to fruition? I know you said in the past that you thought you guys were always going to meet, but through all the obstacles, I know you were there to watch the fight against Misha, and the whole Ultimate Fighter fiasco. Then, you know, even when this was signed, it was postponed again. Was that odd at all? Just thinking
it's been a little frustrating because I need competition like Kat. I can't do this by myself. I need a partner to dance with, and I always knew that it would happen. It would happen eventually. I knew it wasn't the kind of thing that she would just give up on, and that there would be a day where everything would line up and it would be possible. So that day has come, and I'm more than ready for it. I've prepared for it all this time. You know, I am ready. It's just the state that I'm in. That's what you have to be when you're a champion. Contenders have the luxury of getting ready. It's just something I am.
Speaking of you being ready, the whole process, has it been any different than before, considering your injuries and having to deal with those and come back?
No, I've been dealing with injuries my whole life. I mean, I got my first knee surgery when I was 16 years old, and it was actually a very similar schedule to this, I guess. I mean, I got my knee surgery in April 1st, 2003, and then I was not even ranked on the seniors at all. I was just doing junior level judo.
And that's when your rise.
Exactly. I took that whole summer. I only trained on the ground, so that's when I started doing arm bars and everything like that nonstop. And by that August, I fought in my first senior tournament. By that October, I was #1 in the country, and by that June, I was on the Olympic team. And that is the model that I've been given my whole life. And you know, even in 2007, I had knee surgery, and then I had knee surgery, moved up into a new division, and fought in the World Championships and got a silver medal. And that was all.
You did okay.
Yeah, that was all from like June to October again. So no, I'm used to it. It's cool. I actually got more time than I'm used to. If we fought in October, I would have been ready.
How many times do you want to fight this year?
I like 2 to 3. But I mean, you never know. It's a little bit of a chaotic business, and you never know when you're going to be needed or when you have to step up. Like McMahon, 56 days after Misha wasn't something I was expecting, but I was ready to step up. And then I ended up actually getting kind of antsy sitting on the shelf because I started hearing that I would fight in December, and then I didn't want to wait that long, so I wanted to find somewhere in between. So I thought maybe August would be better with an Expendables experience. Then I asked for July, you know. So like, there's so many factors going on that you never know. But ideally, I like 2 to 3.
Any movies coming up?
Yeah, we have Fury 7 coming out in April. Anyone?
Yes.
April, and then Entourage is coming out in June?
Yes.
May? May or June, yeah. There's stuff happening, yeah. There's some things going on. I don't know. I don't really... The fact that I don't even know the dates of when my movies are coming out really shows how focused I am on beating Kat first.
Another big issue in MMA right now is fighter pay. The UFC's being sued. It's an antitrust lawsuit against them. What's your take on that? Do you think fighters get paid enough?
Well, I think that they should get paid more than the ring girls. and I don't know if the ringos get paid too much or the fighters don't get paid enough. But yeah, there's definitely a lot more in what the fighters do than what they do. So I think that's one thing that's unfair. But yeah, I'm always been very well taken care of, and I'm always extremely happy with how I've been treated. And I always think it's been extremely fair, given what but I have a comparison with how I was treated as an Olympian to how I'm treated as a UFC fighter, and I always feel like I'm just so lucky to work with a company that really, I feel like, actually cares. There's times where they give me more than they're contractually obligated to or what I even expect, and that's why I always trust them so much. If they didn't, even if they didn't ever give me anything extra, I would still be happy because you know what I needed as an Olympian? Nothing. It cost me money. It cost me money. I got my first house. I got a car. I'm pretty much. What else do I need? I don't need a private island. You know, my house is paid off. My car is paid off. I just need to buy dog food and pay my taxes, and that's pretty much it. You know, I have no need to want, and the only thing I want to do now is fight, and they've made that possible for me, and I'm eternally grateful.
Do you think the UFC is a monopoly?
No, I don't think the UFC is a monopoly at all. Viacom and Bellator, they have way more money than the UFC does.
Ronda, how did you respond to the SI offer for that shoot? Any hesitation at all, or no?
No, it wasn't any hesitation at all. Yeah, I was stoked from the very beginning. Why would you hesitate? If you got asked to be a Sports Illustrated issue, I think you would do it. Don't blush.
Bring in someone else.
I don't know. Walter Eos is a genius. I think he can make you look rockin'.
It's so funny that the road that you've made in life. I mean, you've always talked about being a tomboy and being someone who kind of shied away from any kind of glamour shots, and you end up doing that.
Yeah, I couldn't even smile not awkwardly for a photo. I had that a Chandler Bing, like that smile. I couldn't do it right. You had to surprise me. You had to be oh, hey, look over here. Yeah, that's surprise. And I don't know. I never wore makeup until I turned 21. And so I was bartending and I needed tips. And you never know. I followed where everything went, and I'm really happy with where I'm at now, and I'm glad that I had no clue growing up, and I'm glad that I grew up a little slower, and I wasn't into any of that stuff in high school, and I wouldn't change anything. I'm happy to be one of the unpopular kids back then because it makes everything so much more satisfying right now.
For the haters, can you explain how it's different, you doing that versus what the ring girls do? Because there's all this chatter, and personally I thought it was ridiculous, but can you maybe speak to that?
Well, no one saw my vagina. There's one thing different. The agreement that me and my mom came up with was whatever you're not willing to show in public, you won't show in a magazine. So if I'm going to tan on the beach with a top on and my top off, face down, how is that different than anything that I've shot so far? If they can't see your cash and prizes, then, then I'm fine with it. If I'm going to do that on a Saturday, then what's wrong with me doing it in a magazine? And I purposely, anytime that I do a shoot that's aimed for any kind of feminine or sexual purpose, I try to be a little bigger on purpose, just to try and promote a healthier body image. And, it's kind of funny. I think that does a lot more to change what women expect from themselves than not doing anything at all and withholding any sexuality at all. I think that changing the kind of media and images directed at men changes what women expect out of themselves.
What, if anything, has changed for you since you got the call that you guys were the main event in Chris's fight?